Hey, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Mountain Bike Q&A. I'm your host, as always, Johnny U. How you guys doing? I hope you're all doing good. Thank you for hopping back on to watch another episode. This is episode 54. Man, I'm growing ever so slowly, but I'm growing and I'm loving it. And again, if you don't get a chance to watch this on the YouTubes, I'm also on what do you call that? The Spotify. I couldn't think of the name earlier. It's Spotify and the iTunes podcast thing. Check that out if you're on a long commute or you're just bored and you want to hear a bunch of rambles from me. Rambles from me, but great content from my guests, which I really appreciate anybody who comes on here. It's amazing what you guys are doing and helping us out. We got Trail Sage in here. We got Trail Sage, Trail Monster, as always. Sage, love you too, brother. Thanks for the shout out on your video today. Totally unnecessary, greatly appreciated. Trail Pimp, let's go, man. Appreciate it, Mehdi. Thanks for coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Joshua from Chicken Sendies. He's been on the show a few times. He's seasoned, and he's questioning his life because of that. But I don't want to throw you guys off, ladies and gentlemen. This family, SoCal MTB, they're right there on my backdrop of fame. This family is incredible. Not only do they make videos or ride bikes, but they make videos, and they make really good videos. Really good videos, not just videos, really good videos, great content on the YouTube. And I just had to bring them on because their enthusiasm and their creativity and the connection that they have as a family blows my mind. And I think you're going to love these kids. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring them on. Enough of me. There we go. SoCal MTB, Tony, Justin, and Darren. How you guys doing?
We're doing great, Johnny. How you doing?
We're going to act like we haven't been talking for the last 15 minutes, but I'm
so
doing
good to
great.
See you.
It's so refreshing to see you for the first time.
Yeah,
Everything's new.
So long.
Now Darren's piping in now. Oh yeah, hold on. We got Matty, Trail Pimp, loves you guys.
Yeah, bud.
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
the support.
Do you know him?
I think he started following us recently, like a day ago or so. He said he'd been watching our videos, and so we appreciate the support from anybody that's out there that shows us love, man. It's we're humbled. I mean, honestly,
He is an encyclopedia for mountain biking. What an incredible guy, and he's a great supporter of this channel. And I appreciate everyone who's here, and I appreciate you guys. I'll get that out of the way. Enough of this. So SoCal MTB, where are you guys located at?
SoCal MTB, we are located obviously in Southern California. We are, our area, it would be the Antelope Valley, Lancaster, Palmdale, Cord Hill area. In the desert, basically. We're out in the desert. Not
Really?
many mountains out here, just a few, but enough for us to have some trails to ride.
To get into mountain biking.
Yes, sir.
Darren, Justin, you guys, sons of Tony.
Yes.
Ages? Are you allowed to be on this thing? Are you old enough to be on a podcast?
I'm pretty sure we are. We haven't checked legally, but I think we are.
Oh, so Darren, how old are you?
11.
That's the most I've gotten out of him.
No, wait, 12.
Do you need to check your license?
No, I'm 12.
Oh, Dad.
All
Okay.
those years, right when you forget your age. We forget it now because we don't want to remember how old we are.
We don't want to remember it, but you're too young, Darren. What do you got? What hat is that, man? Is it that cold out that you got a beanie on?
No, it's a fast house hat.
Oh, I thought it was a beanie. I'm sorry, you guys are a little far away. Not all up in.
It's been cold out here. It's been cold.
Really?
Yeah, it's been really cold, man. This winter it's been tough. Not as tough as last year, but it's been pretty cold out here, man. 30 degrees for us, it's extremely cold.
No, that's very bad, and you need to seek warmth right away. Get electric blanket.
Seek shelter.
It makes riding difficult.
Look at the map of South Florida when you see the weather right now, and look at Miami, and everyone hates us, and we all hate you guys. You guys got seasons, and we have humidity. I'm wiping away a little schwitz right now because this room does not get circulation or something. Enough about that.
Yeah.
So SoCal, obviously, Dad, were you from SoCal, Tony?
Well, I mean, that's a long story, but since we're here to talk, I might as well shed some light. I was actually born in Venezuela in 1978.
Venezuela.
My mom.
Is that your mom?
Yeah.
Oh, so she left, but she's watching on the phone probably.
Oh, I bet she is.
Hi, Trey.
So Venezuelan.
Yeah, I'm Venezuelan. My father's Portuguese.
Okay.
And then we arrived here in '85 and been here since. I had to learn the language, and now I rarely speak it. My mom gets upset because you sort of forget Spanish a little bit. You don't speak it as fluently. But yeah, that's the background. That's where where I originated from. But pretty much been here so long, it doesn't feel like other than American.
How did you learn? How did you lose Spanish living in SoCal?
I guess my theory is if you practice it at home, then you keep it. But if you don't, and the wife and I, we just speak English. Even my siblings back in the day, we would just refer to English. It was just what we wanted to learn and to perfect because we didn't want to have an ugly accent and not be able to speak it fluently. So because for us at least, I wanted to learn English so badly that once I got it, it was like the easiest thing to refer to just English and not have to concentrate on remembering Spanish as much. At least speak it fluently,
Could you speak Portuguese?
No, I cannot. I can understand some of it, but I don't speak it one lick. My father does speak it fluently. He travels over there all the time. He's actually from Madeira, so that's a place I'd like to go mountain bike one day with the boys for sure. Yeah.
Wow, I just think it's funny because I'm a gringo through and through from Maryland.
Gringo.
I moved to South Florida, and I can order my breakfast. I can get around with Spanish. I was married to a Cuban at one point, but it's funny if you don't use it, you lose it. But if you surround yourself with it, I mean, people will speak to you first in Spanish in Miami, and then they'll know that you don't speak English or don't speak Spanish. They'll speak to you in English. So I get like if you don't use it and lose. So Darren and Justin, you don't speak any of it?
I speak Spanish partially, not too much. But
Let's see. Can you give us a few words?
Okay. It's a pretty hard one. I've been working on it. Elefante. You know what that means?
Nice. That's good. That's
What
good.
a word.
Yeah, but my little brother.
How about you?
What a large vocabulary.
Elefante. ¿Qué pasa, mi amigo?
So I speak it. No shame in my game. I love my Spanish.
Right.
Did you give him a couple of words?
Oh, you got some?
You got some
No.
words?
Oh, hola, buenas tardes. Aquí estamos directamente de Los Ángeles,
Oh,
California.
see, listen to him. He's sitting there. I'm going to have to subtitle all this now. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Jarno, the Fractured Rider in Finland in the house to come see you guys.
Yes, sir. Fractured
Look at that,
Rider.
man. He's on his lunch break probably.
That's awesome. Good to be here, buddy.
So, SoCal people.
Yes.
We'll stick to Dad for a second. We'll get to the SoCal MTB adventures. But Dad, what do you guys do? What do you do for a living, if you don't mind me asking? What do you guys do out there in
Absolutely
SoCal?
Well, what we do for a living is I'm a stay-at-home dad.
Yes. Look at you. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm a stay-at-home dad. I take care of my sons. I've got another little one. I got a 5-year-old. The wife's had like a really good business in the beauty industry for a really long time. And, there was a time in our lives where Darren was diagnosed with type 1. And we really felt that at that time, taking care of his needs and maybe even moving into homeschool, which we'd actually done prior to his type 1. It just made sense. And then so we adopted when COVID hit. These guys used to play basketball. And prior to COVID hitting, I had actually purchased a mountain bike and I was getting into it myself. Once COVID hit, I'm like, you guys are not playing basketball anymore. Like, we're getting mountain bikes for you guys. And we kind of shifted sports. And we really did. We shifted sports and we began doing something we'd never done. We used to hike a lot before. And we did see mountain bikers out there and we thought they were crazy for doing it. And
They
then
were going like 2 miles per hour down a fire road. And we were like, that's insane.
What? But so you kids are homeschooled.
Yes,
sir.
We're both homeschooled.
yes.
So,
Actually, the 3 of us.
oh, the 3 of you guys. So,
Yeah.
Dad, I've always wondered about homeschooling. What does that involve? Do you have a certain curriculum that the state gives you that you have to certain times, certain subjects, certain tests? How does that work out? I know it's a mountain bike channel, but I'm interested.
Absolutely, please. I love to share this because we love it. We wouldn't trade it for anything. It's something that you do when you do it. When we did it, it was even prior to it being as common as it is now. And so, I'm sure it didn't sit well with everybody, friends or family, but it was something that we thought it was right for us. And then when he got diagnosed with type 1 and then COVID hit, it made all the sense. But in terms of homeschooling and what we do, there are different ages. So there's different programs, there's different curriculums that you can use to homeschool. We are with a accredited high school for Justin and also for Darren. So they're taking classes that will result in something that they can use for college later on. It's really easy, man. It's really easy because the focus is school, and so it's hard to trade that off. The boys wake up, they have a responsibility. They're A students. It's easy for them. It's a challenge.
Yeah.
They don't take it as if, there's not a lot of distractions. They're like, hey, there's a task. If I get it done, we go ride bikes. We can live our lives and learn to live life. While being home, learn responsibilities at home, learn responsibilities around the house, even, responsibilities with siblings, helping each other out when they need it. So
I'll help you.
So Justin and Darren, what's it like to have your dad as your teacher? I mean, do you miss the actual going to school and being around, other people your age?
Well, technically, our dad isn't our teacher.
Oh, okay, Dad, you can leave.
Yeah. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Thank God.
Thank goodness. So you're online pretty much.
Yeah. So we don't actually have an online teacher. We just follow a curriculum that's tells us what YouTube videos to watch and how to learn it. And then we do worksheets about what we had just learned.
It's pretty much the same thing nowadays.
Yeah.
It's they got essays and they've got projects and the list goes on, but it's at home. If they need help, they can contact the teacher. They have full access to email, online curriculum. It's super awesome because I think it just gets them into that rhythm of knowing how to use the internet and how to use the different resources that we have available to them. It's pretty cool, man. I wouldn't trade it for the day. It's not for everybody, but it's super awesome for us.
I think for you as a dad, I think having these moments and this time with your children, because they always say, I don't have kids, but they always say the time you have with your kids, you never get back.
Sure.
You have them and you get to be with them every day, even though they're on the laptops or whatnot.
Sure.
You still get that moment of them being with you and around you. Do you like that aspect of homeschooling?
I love it. I went to public school system here, and it didn't leave a good taste in my mouth. And so when I got the chance to, and I also, one thing I did give it a good chance. I did always look for higher ranked schools for them. in neighborhoods where had better schools, and even then, I love teachers. I think teachers do fantastic things, but I just thought, hey, this is a job we can do at home, and not have the relentless, wake up at a certain time, everything being the same. Now we do create, times for them to wake up and go to sleep. They do have all those things.
Yeah, you gotta have some kind of.
Yeah, we don't run a crazy house, but it's nice to have the freedom to go mountain bike when we want to, and they hold themselves responsible. They hold themselves accountable for their grades. They understand that it's their way to gain more access to more mountain biking, maybe newer bikes, whatever the case may be. If they work, they earn. So
that's where I was going with that. Eric Riding Dirty says, "Think this might do this for his daughter." I think nowadays, I don't know if you need that structure since COVID and technology, as long as they get the work done. And Darren, Justin, you have friends, right?
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we have neighborhood friends, mountain biking friends. We have our rounds of friends.
Do you have girlfriends?
No,
Okay. No, but see, that's what I was getting at. Most people do it because they're, you get the whole the social aspect of school, but you guys are out and about.
Yeah.
And that's what I love. Now with I should have warned you, the train derails.
Oh, don't worry.
My train derails. But with the structure of school, you have to have some kind of physical education. And is that where mountain biking comes in?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Is that part of your curriculum, if you will?
Yeah.
It is.
Kind of.
It is.
Yes,
I do a log
a big
further.
part.
Absolutely.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fill out a log for him.
No, I fill out my own log. I have to write what I did.
Oh, okay.
And
He fills out his
I
own
put
log.
out as many miles as I do. Last month, I rode 18,000 miles.
No. He actually told me that he wrote down he sprinted 5 miles.
How many are you riding, Darren? Darren, did you get 18,000 miles?
Nah.
It'd be like 1,799
I can tell who's a big goof in this this crowd here.
Yes, sir. No, it's funny because our homeschool teacher will ask, make sure we fill out the logs for their PE and stuff like, but she's like, I know, I see your guys' Instagram and YouTube. I know you guys are exercising, but just fill it in because we need to have it as a log. We're like, okay, all right, we'll go. These guys fool around with stuff.
Also, and on the physical education, the physical side of your homeschooling, you have a creative side. The YouTube do you get credits for that?
I don't, but I think it should. I'm
going to have to sit there and talk to somebody over there because you guys are doing more than just English.
It'd be illegal.
Yeah, I don't think it does, but I wonder if we could get that as an elective.
Yeah, like an elective, get some extra credit or something.
It would be
Like
good.
Thanks for bringing that to my attention. Yeah, I'm actually gonna
Throwing it
Tell
out
us
there.
more.
Yeah.
So, Justin,
Okay.
who started SoCal MTB?
Okay. This is
Adventures.
a great question.
Of course I did.
The origin story of this YouTube channel. It initially started with my dad and one of his riding buddies, and they just he had a GoPro from about 2 years ago.
Just go for 4.
Yeah. And he just had it on his chest and he was riding and it was rattling everywhere. There was no talking.
It was that plastic case.
He was riding down.
It actually was. It's
Yeah,
a
it
plastic
was.
case.
It was. He was just going down little hills at like 6 miles per hour and
You getting called out, Dad.
Hey, it
No,
was
I'm
shaking
like-
a lot for
It
a
was.
reason.
Yeah, and then he started to just like post little videos, and then he later in time we got our mountain bikes, so he included us in the video, and then we just kind of it was just kind of a snowball effect of us all doing videos, and we started to enhance the videos and start talking to the camera more and getting a little bit less stage fright, And then it just kind of created this big blossom of fun that we have on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's pretty well said. Yeah, I agree.
Like
Now,
the little
Dad-
flower you are.
Who invited him?
The fire.
He's the goofball. I love it. So Dad, you started mountain biking first?
Yeah, you know, the only bikes I knew before this was like Toys R Us bikes, Walmart bikes.
Yeah.
And so when we moved out here to the Antelope Valley area, our yard is a decent size. It's not huge, but it was enough for them to ride their. My wife says it was my idea.
He wanted you out of the house.
It's all your idea, Lev.
Monica, like and subscribe.
Please.
So these guys are riding like their old, 50-pound BMXs out there from Walmart in the dirt. And
Wow.
I told Jay, you're getting bigger. Maybe I should, me being the kind father, I said, let me go on OfferUp and buy you some beat up, mountain bike. It'll be a little bit bigger. And sure enough, we came home with this, ratchet, mongoose thing that was, but it was a 29er with, a suspension system, which we were like, wow, this is pretty cool. We bought it
And
used. Go ahead.
A very hard. It was very hard to take the dork disc off.
You just gotta take a pair of scissors and just cut it off. And
That
And
would
we have
take a
some
little bit more
unique,
than
we
that.
have some very unique ways that we do it. So if you guys go to our channel, you can see that dork this video. We kind of use a unique.
It involves fire.
Yeah,
Every single
and
thing.
knives.
is that the one where you heated up a knife?
Yes.
Don't tell them.
I mean, check out SoCal MTB on YouTube to find out how to take off a dork disc.
Yeah, so
Guys, your
that's-
energy is incredible.
That's how it went down. That one bike. Then I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna get a bike for myself because I want to ride with you guys. And then I went online and I found BKXE. That was the first guy I found, and I'm like, wow, look at this. This reminds me of the guys we saw hiking, and they were riding. And then I found Seth when he was Seth Bike Hacks. So I'm watching those two guys, and then I found Sam Pilgrim, and that was it. Like, after I found those three guys, I wasn't watching anything else. These guys were like, oh, there's Dad again, mountain bike, watching mountain bike videos. And I'm like, how can I not watch this? This is like the greatest thing on in the universe. You can leave your house. You can get
That was your favorite part. Leave the
Right,
house.
leave the house.
I get to leave the house. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I want to get out.
Absolutely. Get some sun, get some exercise. I grew up playing sports, and I didn't want to, go join a basketball league anymore or something like that. I wanted something where I can. So yeah, it all led to now I loved it, and them not playing basketball, and me obviously saying if I love it, they're gonna, and then the video thing was just because of my music, production days back in the day. I tried all kinds of different genres, and I was just like, hey, maybe I can do video. And I did a little video, and I'm like, oh, that's fun. That's cute. The wife liked it. And she's like, oh, I can keep these for memories.
Memories are stuck on YouTube forever.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm like, no, honey, I think I want to make it like something where maybe we can capture our progression or like how bad we are, And then of course these guys, it took them no time to like surpass me, and now I'm just like the novice to these
And now
guys.
it's just how bad you are.
Yeah,
Well, they're young. They're not afraid of getting hurt yet. They just jump back up.
I have no problem. I'm the guy that needs to figure things out, and they can teach me. They can yes.
Now, Justin and Darren, at first when your dad started putting you in front of the camera, were you like, get that away, or were you always hams?
That's a really good question, because talking to the camera and creating our lines ourselves was hard for us, but
Not me.
I get you, man.
yeah, but being in front of the camera, I kind of felt normal, because about a year before that, we had created a little YouTube channel of just me and Darren, and we were trying to create funny skits and trying to get people to laugh, and we got it to 30 subscribers, and we were so happy about it. And that kind of got us used to talking to the camera. So it kind of prepared us for our journey.
Well, that's amazing. Darren, were you just like, come on, man? Huh?
That's
Or were
exactly-
you
I was just
always-
like, this
were you
is too
always the
easy.
goofball?
It was just like, this is too easy.
Listen to him. I love it. I need to get you over here to teach me how easy this is.
No
Here's-
fear, this guy.
No
Here's a
problem.
Mr. Sage asks, question for Dad. With all the social media pressure, do you get worried about having your kids in the spotlight? If so, what is your biggest concern? Thank you, Sage. Do you have a concern about having your kids out there for the world to see, or it's just such a wholesome community? Do you think you're safe?
You said it. You said it.
That's a lot, man. You can let it soak in for a minute. I'll go take a walk.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Okay.
what you said. You know, I love the community is amazing, man. I mean, that was the other thing. So I started mountain biking, and all of a sudden, I start to meet mountain bikers, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Like everybody's so kind and friendly, always willing to help. Are you okay? I was always on the ground.
Everyone wants to help you because Dad's on the ground.
Oh yeah, I lost my phone one time. A bunch of mountain bikers helped me find it. This is all true. I was riding by myself in the desert, you know, lost.
Oh, wow.
So when I thought, yeah, I'll bring my sons along, no problem. To answer the question, they're not on social media themselves. I run the channel and our Instagram page. They have access to it. They can look at it.
Mhm.
Justin has access to posting reels and shorts. Darren has access to doing posts on YouTube. And that's pretty much it. So I don't have really any concerns. They don't have any gadgets themselves. They have
Wow.
plenty of bikes to ride and skateboards and wheels. They have many wheels.
Too many.
There you go, wheels. I love sports with wheels. That's how I've always been. I didn't like sports with balls. I like sports with wheels.
Yeah,
If I could count how many wheels are probably in this house
Probably
and the
like-
garage.
Well,
Too many.
Darren, let's take a second with Darren here. Darren, how many bikes do you have? He needs to think. Darren.
5.
Wow. You guys got a great garage if one of you has 5.
Wait. Yeah, 5.
Yeah, 5.
Well, you
Including
need
a
to-
But they're all
Scooter and
different
skateboard.
genres. They're all different genres. They're not just like, oh, they're all mountain biking. There's some, we have a BMX bike. We have
Another
A
BMX
cruiser.
bike.
we have a
Oh, yeah,
mountain
you got
bike.
your little cruiser around the neighborhood. You got, what are you guys riding? Oh, what are you all riding mountain bike wise?
Right now for trail bike, I'm riding the Trek Fuel EX8XT. Tongue twister.
Yeah.
What's your trail bike?
It is a stump jumper something.
Nice.
Specialized. You
Tongue
know.
twister.
Right, jobber.
It's a trail bike.
Okay.
I ride a giant trans. That's my trail bike. That's like my go-to every time.
Yeah.
And then when we go to bike parks, like Snow Summit, I ride a Trek Slash.
We actually both ride Status 160.
Yeah, specialized status 160.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Okay.
mullet setup. It's kind of a nice
Yeah.
setup for
Free
the
ride
bike parks, especially if the bike parks have, like Snow Summit or what the
Lifts.
forgive me. I told you my train derails too.
That's all good. We're in this
Yeah.
together.
If the bike park is a lift bike park, they ride
We're
their
just riding the train.
statuses. Yeah, pretty
Look.
cool bikes for the price.
Jarner says there's always room for one more bike. Not in my house, mister. I don't have a garage, so I have very limited space. So you were talking about Snow Summit. We'll get to trails. Trail Pimp wants to know, do you guys do the Rancho trails in Palmdale?
Absolutely, those are our local trails. It's a bit more of like an XC setup there. A lot of climbing up and down. Again, we're in the desert, so you don't have a nice enduro, maybe 2-hour climb. And there is one far from here we've done, but
2-hour climb.
we prefer.
And then 2 hours down.
No, more like 30-second downhill. That's a little bit more.
30-second after a 2-hour climb.
No, 2 minutes.
Like
There was a-
15 minute.
Depending on the grade.
15 minute. Yeah.
Oh,
But
gosh.
so here, our local trails, total XE.
Yeah.
So if you come out here, we love our trails. but they're climby. So if you want to come out here, get ready to climb, this is a good place to get fit. So the Rancho trails are awesome. We ride those weekly. At least once or twice, that's for sure.
If you go and ride there once, I feel like you'll be like, this sucks. And then once you keep riding it, you'll find more ways to cut and have more downhill and stuff like that.
Oh wow. Darren, what do you prefer? Do you like the climb or the down? Or do you like the park or the local trails?
That's a hard question.
Oh, very hard. I cannot think of this.
Well, you love park.
Yes.
You guys don't have e-bikes.
No e-bikes. Not yet.
And not yet. When I get through this grade, whatever
I mean, I would like an e-bike, but it's kind of tough. It's tough because I've always said I want to wait till I'm older when I feel like, oh, maybe now I should have an e-bike, But at the same time, I'm like, wow, if we had 3 e-bikes, and that's the problem, right? I can't go get one. Like I like to have 3, and like the market is perfect right now, right?
Oh,
but it's still for 3. You're still 15 plus probably if it's 3 bikes. So we'll pass on e-bikes for now.
I was just watching someone else, and this is always a question that comes up on every podcast: is to E or not to E? And I find it interesting because I was just looking at a YT, and I told you before we started, I'm the cheapest. I'm not just the cheapest mountain biker. I'm an extremely cheap human being. Can I afford stuff? Yes. Do I want to and retire earlier? Yes. But I was just looking at a YT, the core, the decoy, and just the core one. It cost as much as what I paid for my Izzo analog bike, and I'm like, I could save time and energy.
And it's only one bike. It's only one bike.
Yeah, and I could just enjoy my ride a little bit more because, mind you, you guys are climbing, and then you have your downhills. Right. There's no downhill for me. It is just constant pedaling.
Sure.
So
it's that time, Johnny.
My wife's watching. Take it. Oh, hold on. I removed the wrong.
SCG podcast. This is the takeover today.
My name is Johnny.
I love that. I got rid of you guys. Didn't mean to do that. Yes, Trail Monster, the YT decoy. I'm seriously looking at. So the bikes, you have like 30 bikes in the family, which is absurd. One by one, where is your favorite place to ride?
Subway.
Ooh, you're gonna have to do some explaining because
where's it at?
So it's a place in Thousand Oaks, and it's just jumps and jumps and jumps.
This little dude's a shredder, Dad. You got to keep an eye on him. You put him up with a bubble wrap.
Yup. The hamster bubble, we already got it covered.
Well, what about you, Justin? Where's your?
I'm gonna switch genres from Darren. Darren's more dirt jumper. I'm gonna go Snow Summit. The good old Snow Summit. It's just so fun to shred down miles and miles and miles of downhill and just have fun. I love the lift too. The lift is so fun just to like sit on it and relax and feel like you don't have to work while you're pushing up miles and miles up the mountain. So definitely Snow Summit.
You just get all the fun. I missed out a chance when I came to SoCal because I came with my wife and I was like, well, I'm going to spend the next day with my wife in SoCal, but I know everybody went to Snow Summit. Maybe this year. Maybe I can get you guys out there.
Yeah,
please.
We'll take you.
You have to let us know. We would love to show you.
Didn't you guys just do a video at Snow Summit?
Yeah, we did a few this year there.
Yeah.
Just recently.
Or last year.
Oh yeah. Ooh, he just caught you in 4K.
Wow. Going back there. Someone's going into detention.
He's got a scanner on, man. He's waiting.
Now, Justin, you've raced at Snow Summit?
I have raced at Sky Park.
Sky Park. Okay.
And Snow
And
Valley.
Okay, there's snow.
Yeah.
There's
No.
snow in the name. I got mixed up.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I've raced at both of those places. In total, I've had 3 races so far in my racing career.
Need those.
Career. How old are you again?
I'm 15.
Okay, you're getting close. Now, Dad, where do you like to ride most?
Yeah, I think I'd go with Snow Summit. I mean,
Wow, makes me want to go.
yeah, but that is only because we're limited to the certain areas that we have ridden. You know, so I know there's things that we're gonna ride that we're gonna fall in love with, and one of the places I want to visit is Downeyville. Downeyville. Thank you very much.
That looks fun. I've seen a lot of videos on that.
Man, that's something I've always wanted to go to. But yeah, there's obviously Bentonville. We want to go to Arizona. Sedona. There's some places that we want to go to, and I'm sure that's going to change. What we like to ride the most, but for now, Snow Summit. It just kind of you up your game really quick. So if you're you come in the beginning of the season, maybe because of winter, like last year for example, it lasted so long, we didn't get a lot of riding in the spring because it was so freaking cold, and it was really even in Snow Summit got a lot of snow. And then you get to Snow Summit and you start slow, and I think this happens to any bike park, right? Obviously, man, by the end of the season, I'm going to use you're balling. You're riding really good. Terms. At least staying up with them, keeping up with them.
Yeah.
Really, your confidence is high, and I know confidence can be a little dangerous for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say that because it ups my game, and that's my thing. At 45, you lose what you gain so quickly.
Yeah.
And Snow Summit is a place that pushes you. Or a bike park like Snow Summit is a place that may push you into a place where you up your game really quick. And for the remainder of the season, into the fall and hopefully into the winter, man, you're riding bikes really good.
Now, are you guys very close to these places?
2 hours away. Yeah.
Oh.
2 hours away, yeah.
And again, your wife's idea. She just wants you guys out of the house.
Oh, she comes with us.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys have taken her on these trips and actually have had her in the videos.
Yeah. We try to get everybody involved. It's something we love so much. It's difficult not to want to share it with everybody. It's really what happens with us here at home. It's like, come on, Mom, please, come on, Mom, come with us.
You cannot put a car in your garage, can you?
No, we got a car.
We have
One.
You got so many bikes. You got 5 people, 3, 4, 5 people in the family.
Yeah.
And 90 bikes. Now, what kind of trail systems do you have close at home? Like, say you guys want to take a school break, or you've done your homework, or what? You guys want to get out and can you ride your bike to a trail?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
That's amazing to me. I've got to move.
15 minutes and we're on a trail for sure.
And you don't have to pay for
or backyard trail on BMX.
Or concrete trail and we go to the skate park.
Yeah, that's another. Or
nothing.
Exercise bike. And that's room.
Oh, the Peloton. Let's go nowhere and pedal. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to get back into that Peloton thing, but I hate pedaling and not seeing things go past me.
Sure, yeah.
It's very weird. It's 3:40 a.m., ladies and gentlemen, in Finland. Snowstorm, what is going to last until 6 p.m. tomorrow. No biking tomorrow. This guy's already snowboarding. Jarno, I feel for you. It was like minus 30 where he was the other day. Wow. I don't know if that was in Celsius or Fahrenheit. Are you guys still riding now that it's cold, or are you just bundling up right now?
We always take a bit of a break, come like month of December, but mainly in the winter, we turn to the jump bikes, skate parks, dirt jump parks, and focus on that. I think it develops a lot of skills for the boys that transfer over to their trail bikes. So the reason for the bikes is not for having wheels, but it's really because we've learned that, and obviously we've seen some professionals that if they ride BMX bikes out in the backyard and they transfer that over to their dirt jumper. They're way better at their dirt jumper. And then they transfer that over at their trail bike, and they're way better at their trail bike. And it continues up the line. So once they go to their snow summit or a bike park of that nature, on their downhill free ride bikes, they've got a lot of skills that they can. And it all came from kind of like T-ball, right? You start small, and then eventually you get a fastball.
Worked up to the big. I find that I just think that's amazing. What you're doing is each bike helps you progress, and you guys are young enough to be able to do that, to be able to get out to the skate park and blah blah blah, and work your way up from one bike to the next bike. Because I know a lot of these mountain bikers that I've interviewed, they started off BMXing like me. I've always had a bike. I've never not had my life without a bike, whether it was a BMX or a cruiser or a mountain bike or whatever. I've always had a bike. And it's so much fun to have those two wheels and the pedals. Guys, have you gotten to the point? I know the guys have, but Dad, as a father watching all this, do you sit there and see the progression and feel the pride and accomplishments that they have? I don't want to make the kids feel awkward while you talk nice about them.
No, it's nice. Obviously I'm a proud dad, so anything they do, it's a big deal to me. It's nice when recently you mentioned the video at Sky Park. We were with Rich, and Rich, pro BMX rider, in the 80s. Amazing friend of ours, owns a bike shop here in the city of Palmdale. Always there for us. Great guy. And so we go ride Sky Park with him, and he turns around and looks at me and says, "Man, it's so good to see your kids have so much talent. I didn't really anticipate them having," and that means a lot to me. So when I hear from somebody that's done it for a while, and he says, "Hey man, they're improving," I can notice the difference. That, man, to me, it means the world. Always proud, Johnny. These guys make me proud.
And to switch that question on to you guys. Because we know you guys shred. Are you proud of your dad's progression? Because he's not bad on a bike as much as he talks himself down. I've seen
I'm better than Colorado Kid.
Yeah,
I'm better than that guy.
What?
Or is he? Or is he?
Or
if you're
tune in
listening
next week.
If you're listening, Colorado Kid, I am better than you.
Oof.
Yeah, I think we have some fights now.
Maybe.
We're curious.
I'm calling him out.
This is a show. Calling out the kid, calling out Joe. But kids, seriously, are you proud of your father for sticking with it? And you guys started out with Walmart bikes, and now you guys are shredding Snow Summit and Sky Park and stuff like that. And he's keeping up with you. And he's twice your age, 3 times your age.
I think it's
Maybe
9 times.
our age added combined 2 times.
To the power of 2.
Going back to your question.
Yeah,
I think I'm pretty proud of my dad, because knowing where he came from, we've seen a lot of progression. Although it doesn't look that big compared to like Darren per se, it's very nice to see my dad be able to stay behind us and not fall. That's number one. Not falling is pretty
Sometimes
good.
he does.
If I'm not falling, I'm winning.
Sometimes.
yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I'll take the accolades on my edits.
Oh, 100%. That progression has been immaculate in my.
Oh, well, thank you, son.
It's been pretty good.
Again, very wide vocabulary.
Who invited him? Here's crazy. I love you, Darren.
We got to deal with this guy all the time.
Here's a buddy of mine from home who says won't be long before his son is faster than him. Many times that he's hanging right with me. It's coming up fast. But what's funny is Dave Urel Giggles, old friend of mine from home, the kid's already surpassed Dad.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Downhill.
Let's get back to the channel. You guys have created a lot of great moments that you guys get to share, with your family and friends. But as content creators, Justin, Darren, you have gotten a chance to meet a lot of content creators. Yeah. And I can ask this with Dad. What's that like? Who have you met? Who are some of your heroes? You've obviously Sam Pilgrim. Like, tell me about who you've met since you've been content creators and how exciting has this been as a journey. Wow,
okay. We've met some people. We've met Sam Pilgrim, as you just said,
which is our guy.
Yes,
that's our guy.
The number one.
That's who we. Yeah, we love that guy. He's a great video creator.
He's one
entertainer.
Yeah,
he's a great cyclist. Any discipline of cycling, he's good at it. He's funny. We think that if you add an element of entertainment to mountain biking, then mountain biking becomes more than just mountain biking. Everybody has a GoPro on their bike, on their helmet. So yeah, that's our guy. Yeah. Go on. Who else have we met?
Okay. Who else have we met? We've met
MTB Allen.
Yeah.
MTB Allen.
That's our guy.
You guys were at the pump track.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That was actually his first time ever riding a pump track. So it was kind of nice.
And first time on a dirt jumper. And if I'm not mistaken.
No, yeah.
You're right.
On his, you're right.
On his own dirt jumper, yeah.
I met him briefly at Sky Park during that whole thing. It seemed like do you get a little starstruck though when you see some of these people? Because I know they're not huge. They're not your Tom Cruises and stuff, but they're people that you've grown to watch and enjoy and stuff like that. So, when you saw Sam Pilgrim, were you like, oh?
Yeah, that was me behind the camera. Yeah. I was shaking in my
I was
skins.
screaming. No, I was happy. I won't lie. I mean, that guy is the guy that we
idolize him.
Yeah, again, what he's able to do behind the camera, production wise,
Mm-hmm.
So again, we love mountain biking. That's our thing. And then I have that push for man, we want it to be good. We want it to look good. We don't want it to look over edited too. We kind of like that YouTube feel, that raw edit, kind of like when reality TV shows hit back in the day when they were new. And then they weren't reality TV shows anymore. But initially it was like watching Cops. It was really good. It was entertaining.
Yeah.
So I think YouTube, if it has a little bit of that where you're vlogging, but you're still creating a good production, I think that's why we like the guys we like. Sam, Alan, BK, and they all have their own styles.
Yeah. It's amazing how you think in the mountain biking realm, it's just a GoPro on your chest, and there's so many different personalities. I mean, this is why I like you guys, and I'm sure if you're new on the comment section or new to SoCal MTB Adventures, go on their channel, because as I said before we even started, Dad, I know you're the production stuff, but your stuff, you don't need to be a mountain biker to enjoy what you guys do. It's like a show. It's like a show. And did you take little bits of people that you enjoy watching to help you create this?
Absolutely. I would. It'd be a lie if I said no. I'm the kind of guy that loves to be inspired.
Yeah.
Please inspire me. If you can inspire me, you've got my attention. And so when I'm inspired by all these greats, when I sit down, I nitpick, and also when we're producing, and even themselves, I see it when we're out there in the video making mode. We're thinking of the edit, and that has come with time. So we're thinking as we watch other amazing YouTubers create their amazing videos, we're noticing, oh, hey, look, that was thought up before, and those kind of things. So we try to line a few things in our videos that we know will help the edit, so that the edit doesn't last, 2 days consecutively, 12 hours a day of editing. We also want to kind of shrink that down and be able to put out more fun content, but not too much either. Just enough content. We don't want to.
Are you guys scripted?
No.
Wow.
Straight off the dome.
Yeah, we'll have a general idea. Yeah. We'll have a general idea. It's like, hey, guys, this is what we're doing. And don't forget, these are the kind of things we want to bring up during the video. But let's have some fun. Like, let's just, because we're going to do this anyways, right? We're going to come here and ride, or we're going to fix this bike, or there's a trick we're going to learn. So either way, we're going to do it. Let's have a good time, you know? And these guys, it doesn't take much.
The only thing that we do script is voiceovers.
No, there's one more other thing we do script. We do script our funny videos, our little shorts.
That
and
is-
Your
reels.
little shorts, your little goofy reels.
Yeah.
Right. Which we've got some new reels in store for this year.
Hey, it's Colorado Kid.
He knew we had beef with him, dude.
There's my guy.
So, Joe, now that you're watching, there was a little bit of calling out on who was better of a rider. I'm sorry, Tony. I'm going to say it.
It wasn't
you know?
us.
If we could just rewind it, he was challenging you to a race?
Yeah, I don't know. He said, "quote unquote," I am a better rider than Colorado Kid.
Yes.
I don't want to be a part of this right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to step aside.
we can do a challenge. We can do like some kind of an enduro race would be nice. You know,
Wow.
something
Jewelry? Imagine.
Yeah, I gotta challenge this guy.
Yeah, I think we do.
Oh,
But
my
I think
goodness.
I got him. I think I got an edge on Colorado.
Okay.
I think I do.
I don't
Have you
know.
met Joe?
We have online, and we do have plans on meeting with him at some point to create
Great.
something fun together. And that's why I'm teasing him.
He's too busy traveling the world and signing high-level contracts at the moment, but maybe soon. You know, he's the kid. I get it. Thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate that, because they were just talking some serious smack about you, Joe. And I think
Hey, not us.
it was all in fun. It was all in fun.
Oh,
Steve Spokesman MTB's in here. You guys are just adorable. If I could be there right now, I would probably just put my arms around you, give you a big bear hug, big Papa Bear, get his balls on you, because you're so the enthusiasm that you guys. Okay, here he goes. We'll hang with you next time. Next time he's in town.
Sounds good.
Let us
Good deal.
know.
In SoCal, he'll get up with you. I love. See, this is what's great about these podcasts is we're connecting.
Yes, sir.
We're connecting people, even though you were talking smack. Luckily, you didn't hear that. Look at Justin and Darren here. Come on, guys. That's what I do, and we were talking about this earlier. Is that I'm getting there. I'm trying to find the right words to put this together. Is the connection you guys have? I know you guys are father and sons, but it's almost disturbing how good you guys work together. It's the father and son is just amazing. It's almost like you guys know each other.
Yeah, a little bit.
And enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
And that comes off on camera. And Dad, I got to tell you, besides Darren, we already knew Darren's a goofball.
Get out of here.
Justin's a long-haired shredder. but Dad, your enthusiasm and your voiceovers and stuff like that during the God, I don't even know where to go with this question. It's just it's you're such a great dad.
Oh man, thank you so much. You know, it's they make it easy, right? If you have good sons, if you have good kids, it makes it easy to be a good dad. I'm gonna
They're going to watch the replay. They'll be held to pay. Like I said, I don't want to get involved in this.
Run it back.
I just want to know that I helped bring that fight together.
yeah, maybe you can referee it.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be fantastic.
But yeah, really, I mean, your enthusiasm for wanting to create this with your children hats off.
Thank you.
It's amazing. It comes off in the channel and on your videos. Your laughter, your enthusiasm, you're holding the camera and you're following Justin here going backwards on a tandem bike and everything that you do, you're doing this for your children.
Yeah,
Where's Monica? I need help, Monica. That's your wife's name, right?
Yeah.
It really comes off really well, and
Thank you.
my hat's off to you. Do you seem to do this and want to do it well for your children, for your kids, not children? You guys are shredders.
Absolutely, man. just to drive to do something together with them, but also, there's the pressure of them watching me do work. And so I've got to be as good as can be while also being their dad and being their bud and helping them with school. But yeah, the enthusiasm comes from just wanting them to grow. I'm going to use that word, grow as people. Beautiful. Just grow and understand the world and understand life early. Understand it early. Don't wait till you're older to understand life. Understand it early. And mountain biking has a way to soften the heart that allows the good stuff to come in, And so,
wow.
When we mountain bike, that's why we do it. We do it to be able to.
Right there. Hold on. I'm getting all kinds of shorts out of you today. And again, it's also you're bringing your kids into this community, which I didn't know existed until I got into this, which is just an amazing community. There is no competitiveness other than you and Joe, but it's all just everybody sharing these moments and stoke and having fun. And you're bringing your kids into this, it's amazing. Hey, Trail Sage with the questions again. Trail, get your own podcast. No, I'm just kidding. I love this kid. Since starting the channel, what's the biggest thing you've learned from your kids? And Justin and Darren, what have you learned from your dad?
Ooh.
Man. Hold on, let me give Trail the link so he can jump in. That was great, Sage.
Another deeper question.
Wow. So I'll go first.
Can't handle the deep ones.
I'll go first really quick. What I learned from them is that even though, they're both my sons and, that there's different people inside of them. Although I may want to say, hey, this is done this way, or, learn to do this thing my way. They are their own people. And so it's good to tap into who they truly are and kind of help them develop that they have to get somewhere with, back to the growth, So that's what I've learned. That's what I've learned from my kids, watching my kids and understanding I know his strength and I know his strength. So I try to use that for our videos, for our production, I give them responsibilities. They have to have responsibilities and those things, knowing what they bring to the table and then, exploiting it.
Learning what they're good at and then exploiting it.
Finding their weak spots.
No, you never put the weak spots on camera. Nobody wants to watch that.
Yeah,
that's why
just setting them up for success. And I don't like to use the word success, but setting them up for growth. Setting them up for growth, setting them up to do things the best they can.
And I'm afraid to ask Darren anything. What, Darren and Justin? What have you learned from your father through this little thing that you call YouTube and mountain biking?
Me? Okay, I'll go first. I think what I've learned from my dad the most is gonna have to be his drive and his tenacity. Like he just wants to keep on pushing forward. Like I haven't really seen him in this type of scenario before because I've never gone to work with him before. So although this actually it's not work, because we're having fun, but he likes to just keep on pushing forward and keep the ball rolling.
And have you learned from that to keep the ball rolling?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna regret this, Darren. I'm kidding. Darren's good energy. He's good energy. Have you learned anything from your father? I was afraid of that.
He's taught me everything I know.
He's been your teacher.
Anything, I am the one that teaches him.
As a younger brother to Justin, have you learned anything from him while doing all this?
That's a good question.
Yeah, look at him. He's like, that's a good question.
What are you referring to in this
Let's talk about mountain biking. Have you learned from your brother in mountain biking? Have you learned anything I don't think you've learned anything about content
tricks
creating.
and
I think
stuff?
you're just naturally good on camera. I think you just got that natural knack for it.
Well, he taught me how to fakie.
That I did. I can confirm that. I can confirm
You
that.
learned that from your brother. That's good.
That's a look. Your mom she's tearing up over here. Monica, I think you have your hands full, but I think you have your hands full with some good stuff. As creators, I just saw myself do that and it made me stop. I'm a big dumb animal, folks.
I was going to join you.
I was just like, why am I doing this?
Welcome to the Thinking Podcast.
Dad, in a world where all kids are on their phones, looking at reels, playing your PlayStation, I don't know what number that's on now.
5.
Okay, PlayStation 5, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. You have your kids riding bikes. Is that a sense of accomplishment for you, or are we not seeing that on camera? Are they still kids that are like this?
No, they don't. They don't use gadgets. They have a laptop for their schoolwork. But yeah, no gadgets. Justin has a watch. We can text him. We can call him, but no gadget. And I explain why. And then the offset would be like, you can be doing this, and this is where, for example, social media, using social media without care can lead to this. So better yet, let's just do this. And then any social media access will be you uploading something that could benefit you into a good community, which is why I love, what we do. I mean, I've got to go back to the community. All our friends here in our local neighborhoods, we have so many good friends. They're all mountain bikers. You can't trade that. So again, having access to a little bit of social media for the channel, that's about it. But no freedom to have, I'm online looking at, dumb, silly reels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's no need.
Do you guys even miss, as kids, do you guys even miss any of that stuff with your friends, or you have friends that are like-minded that just want to go shred the skate park?
Most of our friends are like-minded like that. Like they just want to go ride. Let's go ride the mountain. Let's go hit some dirt jumps. And me and Darren have never really been exposed to that realm of phones and being online and stuff. So we don't really know what we're missing.
Yeah.
We're kind of just like, we're very, very pure.
Where's our bike?
It's a question Steve, spokesman MTB, posted. I don't think I pulled this up, but it's a great question. Dad, what's the secret to making mountain biking with the kids a fun activity rather than a chore? He wants to get, his kid isn't getting into mountain biking. Is it a chore, kids, or is that something that you want to do on your own anyway?
Good question. If it's climbing, it's a chore. But if it's downhill, it's really fun.
I mean, we go outside and ride without our dad asking us a single thing. Yeah. Sometimes.
But if you were to get, I know I'm not the dad, but I'm saying if you're trying to get your 15-year-old son into mountain biking, what kind of helped me was riding with other kids my age. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, this kid's riding with his dad. No, it could be like me riding with some friends. That's been helping me.
Yeah, I guess it's just funny is mountain biking a chore. Like, it's just fun time. I couldn't see it, but I mean, I guess trying to get somebody who's not really into it would be a difficult.
It's so sensitive. I think that getting somebody into mountain biking is a very sensitive period of time when you introduce them to it. You're going to be the reason why they're either going to love it or hate it. And so if you're the person, and I can say that now, I've committed the mistake myself of taking people out when I was early on mountain biking and saying, yeah, this is what we do. Just come out, just try going down the hill, instead of, now I can say it. Oh my goodness. Now it's like, I take you baby steps so that you do like it. And then eventually then lead you up to things that are tougher, because I think you're right. I think the climbing it makes people say, I don't want to do this. This is too much. Yeah.
And you guys don't have the e-bikes. You guys actually climb.
Yeah, we climb all the time. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if I could have done Sky Park without the decoy.
Yeah.
How many miles did you do that day we were there?
17,000.
No, I did.
No,
I did
we
20
did
miles.
20.
No, 20 plus miles actually.
20 plus
we
miles.
We forgot to
that
record
day.
the last one. So 20.
Wow.
I quit around 17. No, probably 15.
Yeah.
10. All right, 10.
Yeah.
Okay, well, a lot of that, I'm going to call you guys out. A lot of that's downhill. A lot of that's downhill, guys. Doesn't count. That's it's interesting because I did 8 miles, just under 8 miles at a little trail down here, but it was 8 miles of nonstop pedaling on the dirt.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this: doing the downhill stuff, you're working different muscles, man. I remember at Sky Park, my legs were killing me in a different way.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
no
Absolutely.
bueno.
Yeah.
But it is bueno too, right?
Yeah.
If you
It
want
helps your fitness.
You know what they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. So,
Oh no, I love it, but it was weird. It was just like, wait a minute, I'm a mountain biker, but these are different muscles that hurt.
yeah. What muscles are you talking about?
The glutes.
Certain like hip. I can tell you my I don't know which muscles.
The butt muscle?
Yeah.
No, my butt muscle hurts here.
The glutes.
It's the glutes that hurt here. Going downhill.
It's not the cheeks.
And I just got these Rev grips. I don't know if you guys know.
Oh,
Yeah, we do.
nice.
I haven't put them on yet, but I was riding out in Connecticut, and I was riding someone's bike I had no.
It's bedtime. I told you it was at 6 o'clock.
Sorry,
No,
Johnny.
Sorry, Darren. Didn't mean to put you to sleep, buddy.
Rev grips.
I had no. There was no forearm hand.
I
wrist.
like to pedal, not rev.
Oh, who set it up here earlier? There's a Air Blair, buddy. Cool mountain bike family. Keep it going.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Do you get a lot of that when you go out on the rides, or are you the SoCal MTB adventure kids?
Of course we are. What else would we
So-
be?
we get it a little bit. It's flattering. It's caught us off guard before. We were
Really?
kind of scared about it.
Forgot your name at one point.
Yeah, and but yeah, it's flattering, man. If anything, it just gives us the opportunity to ride our bikes with other people, and so it makes things fun. If you're out there and you see us, please, we'd love to ride with you. We would really love to ride with you.
And Justin, do you always have a pocket full of stickers?
Yeah, I do. I actually have them in my fanny pack.
Oh, my fanny pack.
Only cool guys have fanny packs.
That's right.
That is not a short. I will not be making that a short. No, but Justin and Darren,
Definitely a short.
Justin and Darren being huge celebrities on the YouTube channel now.
Don't you mean gigantic celebrities?
Walking on the red carpet.
Well, you're on your way to gigantic. We'll give you huge right now. But what's that like with your friends? Are they all content creators as well, or do they want to get in on it? Or I'm interested in the dynamic there.
So there's
I
not
just did
always.
this with my hand. Hold on, I'm going to do that again. Weird. Sorry, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, so we don't actually have a lot of content creating fans. Like at points, it's a little bit awkward for them because they don't really know what to do in the scenario of making a video and having to talk to the camera if they're included on the video. On another hand, we do have a couple friends that have like certain YouTube channels, like a gaming YouTube channel.
But they're like, they don't mountain bike.
Yeah, they don't mountain bike.
Yeah.
So they understand, but most of our friends that don't do YouTube or social media, they're kind of like awkward about it.
Really?
Yeah, it's a kind of a funny interaction when it comes to filming videos and filming for.
And like, are they all supportive, or they go, you're
Yeah.
Dad's different. Dad's friends go, you do what?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's like, wait, you're going where?
I mean, I'm 52 and I've got this, and it cracks me up is that, nobody gets that I'm doing YouTube and I'm just doing it for fun. But I mean, for you guys, this is actually could be a thing. Like, I almost think this computer thing is going to catch on one day and people are going to start using their computers a lot.
I think so. That's why we hopped on, because we think that we want to be there when it peaks.
When it peaks, when this whole computer internet thing peaks.
Yeah,
You want to be a part of it. It's good you got on the ground floor.
Yeah, jump on while you can early on.
The interweb is going up, so
Interweb.
The interwebs.
We're surfing the webs.
There was the www.com thing, I think, is going to take off. Here, Joe's got what is the biggest skill you're looking to improve on the content creation side? I mean, is there something that you were like, we really need to dial this in, guys?
Okay, so
Justin's in there.
From my point of view, it's so of course there's the idea making of like thinking of the shorts and getting the ideas that are actually funny to people and not just my dad. But
Shut.
He wants me to race him. He wants to go one-on-one. Not you, Joe. He wants me.
Uh-oh.
No, but for the content creation side, it's more of just being able to streamline it. Like, it shouldn't have to take 3 hours to film a short. I'd rather get done in an hour or 30 minutes so we could jump onto the next thing.
Yeah.
Not just lagging on filming or editing.
So that's my fault.
Yeah, mostly editing.
I gotta tell you, I bet you Joe spends more than 3 hours on a short. Of course, he's on a different level than all of us. But I hate the fact that I'll put a short or a reel together of just one shot. I just did one this weekend of me doing a skinny with low consequence. It was like 2 feet up off the ground, but I'm not good with them. 6,500 views, which is good for a little guy like me. Then I did one. I'll do one where I'm actually scripted, costume changes, 300 views. And you're like,
I think everybody feels that, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's really a roll of the dice. You don't really know if the people are going to bite onto it or if they're not, or if the YouTube algorithm's going to give you the play or not.
What time you posted, if it's been a while since you posted. There's so many things. So
It's really random. Like, you could post a random clip of me on the toilet and it'll get 10 million views for no reason.
we should try. We should try.
Hey, write that down. Write that down.
I tell you what, I'll tell you what, the best ones I get is me falling. I never fell. I would never fall until I went to flats, and now I fall all the time, but I'm happier with flats. But I'll post that and get tons of views.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking about falling.
The internet likes pain.
Yeah, I'm thinking about just falling.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd work.
Hey, write that down too.
But if I may add to Joe's question,
Yeah.
I think there's a skill that we could hope that we can help develop this year. I think it would be just it's funny now that I'm thinking about it, but we use these brainstorms where we try to come up with ideas for a reel and we'll jot it down. We have this book where we keep notes and stuff. And we've been doing this for quite some time. And our 5-year-old, he notices that hey, they're having a brainstorm. They're coming up with ideas for videos. So he's constantly like, I've got one. And the guy has actually shot me a couple recently that I'm like, I'm writing this down. This is so good.
If I'm not mistaken, has there been one that he made up?
I think there might have been. Who knows? Answer?
You got your 5-year-old creating for you.
Yeah.
Good job, Trey. Good job.
Really,
And
that's
really, AI is not taking over the world.
Yeah.
5-year-olds are.
I'm not real.
I'm a 5-year-old.
No, but yeah, that would be the skill that I would want to sharpen, would be to come up with like, okay, what is a great scene and a great conversation that people can relate to, that we could make it funny. But I will say with these guys, like it is easy to kind of like, hey guys, let's talk about this. And because they're younger and they're energetic, that I think, yeah, for sure. I think it pushes it up as if it was me saying it, it's funnier coming from them. So
see, this is and Justin, Darren, I think this is your extra credit.
See,
right here. This is your extra credit for your at-home schooling. Like you're creating there's got to be some kind of
It's technically art. It's a
TV
form of
production. Trickiest part of here we go, Joe. The trickiest part is boiling it down to the simplest form. The edit needs to be fast enough not to lose people. Use J-cuts. Never have silence or pauses unless it's for comedic timing. Couldn't be more true. When I was in television I'm still in television, but I was on television for 20 some years. The silence. I am the tightest editor. In my comedy as a movie critic, there would never be a space. And if there was, it was for that comedic pause. But
comedic pauses are key.
let's have Joe. This is my problem with all the shorts and stuff is I'll come up with an idea and then I'll be going through reels and I'll see somebody who already did it. And I'm like, now I can't do it. I feel like if I do it, maybe 6 months to do it. I don't know if you guys are like me. I actually have a marker board now because I want to amp up my channel this year.
Sure.
And I've got my marker board of ideas. And then I'm like, let's just put that off till 6 months. Somebody just did that and it's too close to what I'm doing.
Sure.
Yeah. Do you guys ever have an idea and then you go, it's too close to that?
Plenty.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Especially if you're creating based on like current events.
Yeah.
And I agree with Joe. I was gonna say that. Like, put your own spin on it. Because the internet is so vast, right? So a lot of times, what one person sees, the other one doesn't. And so, but yeah, it does happen. And again, if you're creating, for example, we did one where we thought like when the spy balloons were flying around, we thought it'd be funny if a spy balloon. Maybe it was spying on the boys' secret trails. Yeah. So, we tried to, we thought, that'd be great, something people can relate to, but we'll tag it to mountain biking. And luckily nobody had done it. But if somebody had done it, I think we still would have given it a crack and give it our own spin.
Now, Darren,
we're just going to copy Joe's reels and
let's all do that. And just pray we the analytics and whatnot. And what's the word? Algorithm, guys. Boom. Darren, to you again. I know you like shredding. I know you like jumps, but being so far from what I can tell, the complete goofball in the family. I mean, I know these two are too, but you zone in. Do you really like coming up with the real ideas and doing the reels?
That's a good question.
Actually,
that way,
I'm more of the one that is not.
It's not what?
Coming up with real ideas.
I've been waiting for that, Matt.
Darren is really good at, hey, buddy, these are the lines. This is the kind of feel I want. And he's like, all right, cool, let's go. Let's do it.
Improv.
He's on it, man. And the voiceovers, he's fantastic. One of our first videos was, as simple as it is, one of our best videos is how to install a mud guard.
Yeah.
It was a how-to video. And I had this guy do the voiceover, and he was really young, 3-4 years ago.
Wow.
That video has now like almost
100,000 views.
100,000 views.
Wow, I don't have 100,000 views altogether.
For a mud guard.
Everything, all my circle
hit
together.
1 million views together.
Wow, really?
Yeah, that was an accomplishment for us.
Do you have a cake?
Yeah,
you forgot to bake the cake.
Oh my god!
Come on, guys. There's a reel. There's a reel there now.
Yeah, write it down.
We got to bake one.
You guys, and I was saying that I just said this earlier. I was on TV for years doing comedy movie reviews. You guys have been doing this channel for how long?
We're on our
4
fourth.
days.
We're on our
4 years.
We're on our 4th year.
Starting the 4th year.
Yeah, we're going into our 5th year.
You guys are so good. Your enthusiasm for each other and for the creation of what you're doing, it comes off. And being on camera, it seems so natural. When you first started this, it seems so natural now, but when you first started this, were you like kind of hesitant about being full in there, full on, let's go full steam ahead with the YouTube channel?
Well, at the
Always
start,
natural,
it was more like, let's go ride, but we'll also film. But now it's more like, let's go film something.
Yeah.
So we're more focused on actually going out to film something instead of doing something, but also filming it, which is, yeah.
Well said, Darren. Well said.
Keep going with that thought, Darren.
Yeah. Elaborate, please.
Elaborate.
Before you were just like strapping a thing on and going, and we were like, oh, we got some content.
We'll see what we have afterwards. Exactly.
Now you got something good going on.
Yeah. Now I set this camera up. We're still going for the fun of the mountain bike. That nobody's ever going to take that away from us. We're still there to ride. If anything, I feel bad when I'm like, hey, don't forget to strap the camera on, or I'm slowing them down, because I feel like that's my gig, right? Like the whole production, the channel.
Yeah, you enjoy that.
They love it too, but it's more my adult thing, right? My like wanting to create and have something I created, because it's always been my thing to produce. So sometimes I'm like, oh, don't worry, it's a pain in the butt to carry the camera on this, behind your head, but it's gonna look really good. Or I've had Justin wear like a super long, selfie stick on his head. Or, we've done several things. So yes, we do go out with the idea that this will be a video, but ultimately, I tell the boys all the time, this is what I preach: if we're not out there riding bikes, enjoying ourselves, there's nothing to film. Like there's really nothing. Cameras mean nothing. So cameras are secondary. Now, we do, for reels, we do say, hey, we're going specifically to drive to this trail. We're going to walk up there. We're going to hike a bike it or whatever.
Yeah.
Make our reel and then come home. Try to get the good lighting maybe in the twilight or in the morning. Yeah, I'd say it's a fair share. What are we doing today? Are we writing? Are we creating? I like to think that we're more vloggers, but we do create, reels and short a little bit. So I like to think we're a little bit of both. I don't know if it makes any difference.
Yeah, no, it makes perfect. You got a little bit of everything on your channel. That's what makes it fun to watch, and why I said you don't really need to be a mountain biker to just enjoy your content. Joe has to go make sloppy joes for his kids, but I think what he said was great, and he's dropping gems for you guys to help you out, because
yes, sir,
he is a great content creator. A good way to set yourself apart is to leverage the young adult aspect. Not a lot of creators doing when you got to finish your chores before you ride style vids. I mean, and I'm throwing this up there because obviously he is, a great content creator, and
we appreciate you, Joe.
Help you out, even though you called him out earlier.
That's my guy. That's why I called him out.
Also, please, can you make me a sloppy Joe?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit hungry.
Yeah, I took you guys away from dinner, I think. Or is that where your mom was going to get you guys dinner?
Yeah, she'd probably come home for some dinner for us, for sure.
What?
Please, Mom, if you're watching,
if you're out there.
I always ask this to everybody. I know it's fun to mountain bike and it's fun to create, but what does it bring you guys to do that? I mean, does it bring you excitement, fun, joy, or just helping the community or being part of the community, or what is it about this content creating with mountain biking? I'm a big bag of rocks, guys, right now. I can't get a question.
Sure.
I had a long day at work, but yeah, you get my gist. What do you get out of this mountain biking creation?
I'll start and I'll be quick so you guys can get but what I get out of it is initially is be in touch with nature. Mm-hmm. Number one. That brings me inner peace. It makes for a better dad. It makes for a better husband. It makes for a better me. So I like when I'm in that mode where I'm riding in touch with nature. It makes me be a better me. Number two, having fun with these guys. It's hard to, some people say you have friends. I'm like, I have friends. I've got two, they're my sons, but obviously they're also really good riding buddies of mine. I like to keep them in the sun lane, but they're good riding buddies as well. And then number three would then be, the creation of our content. And those are the three things: in touch with nature, riding with my boys, and the creation of content. I think if I keep those three things going, I think our channel, I think we'll be putting something out people might want to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, you, Darren? Or Justin, sorry.
Or either one.
Can you repeat the question, please?
What do you get out of all this? This whole thing.
What do I get
The
out?
reason why you're on this podcast. What do you
Okay.
get out of all this? I mean, you love mountain biking, but you're here because you guys are also creators
Okay.
in the mountain biking realm. What do you get out of that? Is it a lot of joy, a lot of fun for you? It obviously isn't a chore.
I think to me, it's a lot of fun. Like, as crazy as it may sound, you can actually have fun with your dad, guys. Trust me, you can do it. No, but
It is possible.
yeah, for content creating for us and just like it's really fun. It's just a hobby that I really enjoy. So I have my mountain biking hobby, shooting hoops outside, and then it's creating YouTube videos. Like it doesn't feel like I'm just going to school and then I have to go do this, like it's work. It's just like it's fun to film. It's really fun.
Yeah.
What do you get out of it?
Darren.
I get riding.
It's just that simple. You're there for just to get in there and getting your bike dirty.
He loves it.
He loves it.
The guy loves it. He's a natural.
My sister just came on. She's busy tonight, but she made it. She'll rewatch it, I hope. You guys are disturbing in a good way. In a good way. Like
This video may be disturbing.
you guys are 2024's Leave It to Beaver.
Awesome.
Like, and that's a compliment. Like in a world where we're all shoving our faces in a phone and a TV and a computer, you guys really get it together and do it as a family. And you guys really seem to enjoy, like Justin just said, you can have fun with your dad. There's a lot of people that like, oh, son, would you like? No, I'm going with my friends. I don't want to. You guys share this exciting journey together, and I think it's incredible. All of you, hats off. I'm not going to take your hat off. I'm balding, but
we have a blast. And there's never a time. Life isn't perfect. There's things come up, and like I always tell the boys, things are up and down, and we have to when things are down, we have to stay afloat, and when things are up, we have to appreciate. But we always have fun. Today we went to the skate park. We took our hopper ramp out there.
Yeah.
Which was technically not allowed.
Right. We snuck it in. Okay.
Sure, they're not watching.
They had a great time. We had our buddy Jake. And if you don't mind, Johnny, I'd like to take a small time because there's a reason also why we're here in terms of mountain biking.
You do you, buddy. This is your time.
Thank you, man. There's been a lot of people that have been supportive to our channel. Our subscribers or followers on Instagram and on YouTube, but also our mountain biking community, whether it be, through the internet or even here locally. We had, like I was saying, our friend Rich from Block Bikes. He's a fantastic friend of ours, always has our back. The guy, I can pull in the day before this, I'm going to bike park with a broken chain. He can, he always has our back.
Yeah.
Good friend of the channel, supports our channel, supports mountain biking all around. Our other guy, Bob at Squeaky Wheel, another bike shop here locally, great guy as well, has always been there. A guy that I initially purchased my first bike from, and he was always supportive, explaining things to me, telling me where to go. A couple of friends of ours like Brian, Rick, Jake, all these guys that you see in our videos, we kind of twist their arm a little bit, like, come on, you're going to be in our video, because we admire them. We admire them for what they are in terms of riding. We're new in the game, so we always want to kind of rub our elbows with people that have been there and done it, so we can further enhance where we are, because it's not just about the content. It's also about, like, be a good rider, be a good athlete. I myself, hey, I'll keep up with you. I'll stay behind. But in terms for them, I want them to be good athletes. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure I say thanks to those people out there that have been there for us, whether it be helping us with our bikes or just giving us information, being so supportive. The mountain biking community is amazing, man. And that's
ridiculous.
I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Hey, look, so fractured riding. You got a sub in Finland now.
Fantastic.
Marcelo, thank you for joining in. I think I saw you earlier. You followed and subbed. I mean, it's just a ridiculous community.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. And I love your channel. That's why I wanted to have you guys on. Just to see a father and sons do this warms me. And to see that kids are doing something other than shoving their face. Darren, you're ruining a moment. I'm having a moment. You got the tear up, and there you go. I can't. I've taken too much of your time already. Let you guys get something to eat, but I can't thank you enough for what you do for the community, letting people know that it's okay to ride with your kids, and kids, it's okay to ride with your dad.
Absolutely. It's our pleasure, man. That's what we want. We want everybody to love mountain biking, to see why we love it, and hopefully they can find the love in it themselves. And yeah, kids, dads, moms, come on out. Have a good time. Start slow. Call us up if you want some pointers. Send us a message. Let us. We love to ride with new people. Hit us up on Instagram, on YouTube.
Nice.
It's just all about making more people mountain bikers.
I hope to goodness gracious that I said goodness gracious because there's kids. I hope to meet you guys this year. I'm planning on coming out again this year. Hopefully Sky Park.
Yeah.
And I'll let you know.
Absolutely.
You know. I would love it. Love. Guys, thank you so much for your time.
No problem.
Really appreciate this. What a great chat. You guys were, well, Darren, but you guys, like messing with Darren because I know he's got the funny bone. Got everyone in the chat and comment section. Thank you so much for being here. As always, I love seeing you guys from all over the world. If you can, if you're new, like and subscribe, not just to me, but to these guys over here. SoCal MTB Mountain Bike Adventures. It's SoCal MTB Adventures.
Yes, sir.
So
SoCal MTB Adventures.
Now, if you can, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you, Johnny. We appreciate you, sir.
If you can, go get your bikes dirty, folks.